Hey guys, happy Friday to everybody. I've got a snow day today. Our camp is closed because we're amidst a huge snowstorm that I'm sure a lot of people have been hearing about. And so I didn't have to go to work today. I'm going to be full of fuzz from this little rug as soon as I get up, but that's okay. I wanted to come on, make a video with little Miss Lucy, of course, and she is completely swaddled in this little sweet pea blanket, and she's been swaddled all week. I've periodically come in to pick her up, give her a little change, because I changed her into a couple of different pairs of pajamas this week, and I'm hoping I'm out of the picture and she's in the picture, because I'm trying to figure out this camera angle. But I wanted to come on because I thought it would be, important to talk about a lot of topics that have been being talked about in many videos. A lot of channels are talking about some things, so I figured I would chime in. I have the time today. Snow day, I love snow days. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to show you, while I chat, I'm going to show you what little Miss Lucy is wearing today. She's my little unicorn baby. She's got this adorable little sleeper on that Auntie Tina sent us. It's the matching one that came in the pack with the little white sleeper that had little unicorns and clouds all over it. This is the little matching one that came with. So she's really enjoying herself today. We'll set this up and see if she wants to maybe check out her little toy. But anyways, so topic of discussion today, guys. There's a couple things going on. I saw the other night that Erica Jones was talking about what's going on with YouTube, and I wanted to give my 2 cents because I actually have been getting a lot of grief, I guess you could say, from YouTube. And also I've reached out to them and gotten the most lame response, so I figured I'd share that with you guys. So my videos, if you guys have followed my channel for any length of time, you will know that in my videos I don't ever show naked anything. Like, I don't show baby parts. It's very rare. It's only if I'm doing a details video and I put a disclaimer on it. My videos are very straightforward. They're usually chatting about my day and some dolly stuff. But it's usually, everything is very upbeat. Everything is very non-offensive. There's nothing that should be offending anybody in my videos. I can tell you that I try to keep it like on the straight and narrow. Have since I've had my channel, because I never wanted to be that controversial type of channel. It's just not me. I just like to keep it lighthearted and friendly and fun. But to shed some light on what types of videos are getting flagged and then removed, like demonetizing, I can tell you that they run the gamut of what they're calling inappropriate for advertisers, because I have such a wide range. The actual videos that have been reviewed with naked baby parts and details videos, they've then remonetized after supposedly reviewing them. And random weird ones that have nothing to do with even dolls. I'm not even talking about dolls in them. Like, there's one that is called To Swaddle or Not to Swaddle. It's barely talking about dolls. It's whether or not you like to swaddle your baby, or if you just like to lay them in their crib or bassinet or whatever, wherever they're laying. That one was reviewed, and they still find it inappropriate for advertisers. So that one will not ever be monetized. I had the one from the live birth at the Rose Doll Show. That one has over 12 million views on it. That was my highest revenue making video. And I'm not in YouTube or doing YouTube to make money, but it was nice having a little bit of money to come back. It's dolly money. It's play money for me. Anything that I make off of these videos. It's just it was kind of nice that I got some money from these things. Does it hurt me in any way if I don't get money? No. I'm not worried about it. It's more of the fact that I don't understand what their reasoning is for it. And Erica's video was enlightening for the fact that I had no idea that they were looking at pedophiles and attracting pedophiles and people of that nature. But I can tell you that the Rose Dahl show, live birth at the Rose Dahl show, it's of Julie Malloy's C-section birth, quote unquote, because it's pretend. There's a disclaimer that tells you it's pretend and dolls and dolly related. And that one, and for them to say that it has to have at least 1,000 views, that has 12 million views. I asked it to be reviewed after they demonetized it in November. It's never been reviewed. It's still sitting there awaiting a review, but it's still sitting there since November, demonetized. And so they're full of crap when they say it has to have at least 1,000 views, because it was getting views upon views upon views. We're at 12 million, guys. We're over 12 million. So I don't know why they're ignoring that particular one, because all of my other ones, majority of all my other ones that I've requested reviews on that don't even have 1,000 views on them, they've reviewed those and either remonetized, or there's only like 2 or 3 of my videos that they think are still, after review, still not apparently suitable. But they're not they're not naked baby ones. That's the thing that kills me, is the ones that I have like full showing all of the baby parts and in a details video. They aren't bothered by those. So I don't know if that makes sense to me, that they're trying to they're worried about pedophiles, because those would be the videos they should be flagging, and those aren't the ones that have been flagged on my channel. So to me, that doesn't make any sense. My irritation is the fact that I have reached out to the YouTube creators. That's what they're there for, because I have people constantly contacting me about, how can I help you earn more money? How about get YouTube on board with the fact that dolls are dolls and we shouldn't have to be so careful about the things that we do as long as we're being appropriate. But my thought when I'm listening to Erica Jones' video the other night is, why would they have like college age students? College age students don't make the best determinations, let's face it. I have college age students, 2 daughters, that don't make the best decisions, and they're not the best people to decide whether a video is appropriate or not, or if it's going to attract a pedophile. Like, what mindset are they thinking? If that's what they're truly doing and that's what they've done during this process, now it totally makes sense why they would randomly choose one video and not the other and just literally bounce. They're putting children's brains into the mix to try to make these decisions and determinations, which is not appropriate in my eyes. My daughters are very intelligent people, but they are truly still growing brains, and they don't necessarily make the best decisions. So I don't know what you're saying, what age group we're looking at when we say college age students, but that to me sounds like they could be from anywhere from 17 years old on up to however of an age. But my guess is that they're not paying them much, so it would be a younger group of people. So let's put this in perspective, guys. Those are not the best deciding factors, I think, to just determine whether or not our videos are deemed appropriate. It makes no sense to me why they would do that. It's called cutting corners, because they just need to put people on it to supposedly review our videos. I think it's crazy. It's nuts. So when I did reach out, because I digress, because I get off on a little bit of tangent, because it does make me really irritated. I did contact YouTube creators. And the response I got was, well, I can't tell you what's in your videos. I sent them examples of my videos to try to tell me what is in those videos that is deemed inappropriate. I said, I want a definition. I want to know specifically what you're looking at in my specific videos that I sent that is inappropriate. They couldn't tell me. That is a wishy-washy, pardon my French, but bullshit answer that I am not okay with. And I've tried just to suck it up and be like, well, it is what it is. But when it comes down to it, it's taking away what we call fun, and they're not even giving a good reason for it. So if I send you specific, demonetized videos based on your reviews that are not suitable, tell me what's in them. And their people can't even tell me what it is in the video that is offensive, because there's not anything offensive. I had a long drawn out email, very well worded, explaining what types of videos that I make. And these are the videos that are getting flagged. When someone can't give you a definitive answer when they're the people deciding, that tells me something. It tells me that it's all either financially related or they just don't care. And YouTube, apparently YouTube people, our channels are a dime a dozen. There are millions of them. So losing one or two or whatever is not anything near here nor there to them. But for me, I come to YouTube to enjoy my hobby, to connect with other people, to play fun, so that I feel like, I'm with my friends, even though I could be thousands of miles away. To me, YouTube is like a reprieve from, my everyday life, where I can come and enjoy some different things and relax and just kind of, it's fun for me. So when they start telling us we're doing inappropriate things and we have to start restricting, it really kind of sucks the life out of the fun of our doll hobby for me. I find it upsetting. I find it really offensive that they deem our stuff inappropriate when I see constantly controversial, inappropriate, rude, offensive. I see these videos all over YouTube that have not been demonetized. They're running still with full ads, and they're definite channels that are always doing these types of videos because it's for shock value. Someone had mentioned that it has to do with the title. I don't think it has anything to do with the title. It doesn't, whether you mention baby or anything like that, I don't think it has anything to do with mentioning the word baby. I think it is a random system. I think it is teenage, early, young brains and minds that are making these determinations, and that's why they're so random. That's why there's no rhyme or reason to it. That's why we can't understand. And I don't know if that's really, someone said they know that for a fact, but I don't know. I don't know how anybody could find out exactly what YouTube is doing unless you work for them. So I'm kind of curious how someone found out that information. But if that's what they're doing, it totally makes sense to me why it's so random and weird and strange. So there's not a whole lot you can do when you do get a response. I know, Erica, you said that you haven't even gotten a response. You probably won't, because they just don't care enough to respond. But even if they did respond, you're not going to get the answer you're looking for. I can tell you that for sure. It's just, they're not going to give you an answer. I'd like to know how Stephanie got her strike removed and how she actually was able to contact someone at YouTube. I'd like to know how she did that, because I would like to contact the same people and follow the same route. I just don't have, a lot of time to go digging. It took me forever. It took me forever just to figure out how to contact YouTube creators, because they make it very difficult for you to locate the place in which you can actually send an email, a physical email that doesn't just go to nowhere. And it's very frustrating because they don't care enough to make themselves available to talk to. Because if you give me guidelines, because that's what I asked them, if you give me guidelines, I can follow them. Just tell me specifically what I need to do and how my videos need to be. I'll follow them. But they wouldn't even do that for me, because they don't know. They themselves told me straight on, they don't know what it is in the videos that is being flagged. After viewing my videos, they can't see anything that should be sending off a red flag to demonetize it, but they can't tell me what it is in there. That is the most frustrating thing, to not have an answer, to not have a solution to the problem is the type of thing that drives me crazy. I am very OCD, so not being able to solve the problem for me is very difficult, because to me it should be very straightforward. They should give you straight guidelines, because I've read the guidelines very thoroughly over and over and over again, and I don't violate any of their rules or regulations or guidelines to how to create a good video. It's nuts to me. So none of it makes sense. It's me kind of venting along with the rest of you, that we just have to keep plugging along. But I think I will reach out to Stephanie to find out how she contacted YouTube and actually got something done. because I don't think it's going to be big channels, small channels. I think it's just random. And I think